See, we have 3 good referees on this game, and they will make the call for you. Now, the reason why everyone is on Eddie Rush all night is because of that Rick Mahorn elbow. So anytime Eddie Rush makes a close call in this game, every player on Philadelphia and the fans are going bananas, but incorrectly.
Here's Hersey Hawkins back at the line. He now has 8, 63, 56. 5:34 the time left in this third quarter. Chicago trying to win their 3rd straight in this series, their 6th straight overall in the playoffs, and their 10th straight if you count the last 4 regular season games.
They're the only team in the Eastern Conference that ended the season in the last 10 games with a winning record. They were 7-3.
And their defense has been so good during the playoffs. Only one team has scored 100 points against them in a game. That was Philadelphia in game 2. And they lost that one by 12. Down low to Pippen, right back to Grant. He tried to shovel it over to Bill Cartwright. Trying for the steal was Hawkins.
The Hersey Hawkins is really quick. He plays the passing lanes as well as any guard in this league, a big guard, because he's the off guard. Really anticipates passes.
Got called that time for a 2nd foul. Michael draws the double team. Bill Cartwright for 2. He has 9 and lead back up to 8 now. 65-57 Chicago.
See, Chicago has nice spacing, so when you double team them, they have the people in the right spots.
Gilliam got fouled by Scottie Pippen. Pippen trying to block the shot. He's in some trouble now. That's his 4th personal. So that gets a reaction from the crowd. Personal foul number 4 on Pippen. In the penalty situation now, Gilliam will be at the line.
Well, it's interesting. You know, Phil Jackson has not made a move. He's going down to the bench right now. I mean, they need a substitution here. They're going to go small because they're going to bring in Hodges. So they'll have Paxson and Hodges at the guard positions. And they will move Michael Jordan to small forward.
So that change made as Pippen sits down with 4 personals. He has 18 points tonight. This will be the 20th free throw attempt tonight for Philadelphia. They're 15 of 19 from the line. Chicago's 9 of 12 from the line. And Gilliam now with 18 points. There's 4 below his career playoff high. 65-59. 6-point Chicago lead. 4:45 to go in the 3rd.
Now Anderson is playing Michael Jordan.
Pass Hodges to Jordan. He'll put it up over Hersey Hawkins. It hangs and falls. 28 for Michael Jordan.
And that was beautiful. That's what they call a guard around play. And that was really nice. Michael took a tough shot. That was a tough angle.
Barkley operating along that baseline again. Power move by Charles Barkley. He has 16. 67-61. Barkley now 6 of 10 from the field. Barkley already as many field goal attempts in this 3rd quarter as he had the entire 1st half.
Plenty of time. 8 seconds here.
Jordan is taking over for Chicago. He has 30. 6 assists to go along with those 30 points for Michael. 69-61 Chicago. Hawkins will try one from 3-point line and drill it. His 2nd tray of the night. He has 12 points. That cuts it to a 5-point lead now for the Bulls with 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Now, during the year, he made 108, and he shot 40%, so you know he can knock them down.
Barkley got the hand in, trying for the steal. A whistle in the backcourt.
The fans are starved, Pete. They want to erupt. They want to come out. And if the Sixers will just anticipate a little bit here. That was good. A good move by Barkley, causing it. And before Gilliam got the pass, many times you'd rather forget about the foul in the backcourt. Let us run this fast break.
Armand Gilliam will be at the line, shooting a couple. Gilliam with 18 tonight. And spent a good part of the night at the free throw line where he's perfect now, 7 for 7.
He's an excellent foul shooter, Pete. He's in the low 80s, but he's consistent. He has a very nice shot. Nice follow through, nice roll of the ball.
We've got a timeout. We've got 3:20 to go in the third. It is 69-65 Chicago. There's your score, 69-65, Bulls by 4, and Phil Jackson and Horace Grant a few words during the timeout.
Yeah, well, Phil is really upset because at the other end of the floor, you must come and meet the passes, and then what you try not to do. You see, this is the pass here. Now, what he's saying is when you're a post guy and that ball is coming into you, you go and meet the pass. That's the first thing you teach pivot people. Do not run away from the pass. Come and meet the pass. Shorten the passing lane, and that stops the player from coming over your back like Barkley did. Then you complicate situations because then they foul. All right, so now you give them 2 points, and it all came off of a simple, basic fundamentals.
And Horace Grant's going to get some time on the bench to think about it. Cliff Livingston has checked in for the first time tonight. Gilliam makes the second half of his 2 free throws. He has 20 points on the night, 8 out of 8 from the line. Back to a 3-point Chicago lead. 76ers chipping away at that Bulls lead here in the third. Michael Jordan, though, is beginning to warm up here in the third. He has 32 points.
That was 1 against 5.
That was 1 against 6. Could have been 1 against 7. Wouldn't have mattered.
They opened up the floor, and they just allowed him to go one-on-one from the top. See, against Ron Anderson, he can do that all day long.
R.C. Hawkins with Hodges on him now. Paxson comes over to help out. That left Turner free. Turner finds an open Ron Anderson along the baseline. It wouldn't go for him. Ron Anderson can't get that stroke going. He's only 2 of 7 from the field tonight.
He's wide open also, Pete. That was a nice pass by Turner. Here's the same thing, see? And all they do is they spot up.
And get it out to Craig Hodges for that familiar 3-pointer of his. He has 5 on the night. The lead back up to 8.
One of the best of all time in this league. High percentage 3-point shooter, Craig Hodges.
One of the many weapons on this Chicago team. Armand Gilliam hits the turnaround Jay. He has 22. It's still Chicago by 6.
Now, by going to Michael again, they opened up the floor. They have 2 guys on either side, high and low. They let him go one-on-one. When you double team, he finds the man.
The rebound comes to Chicago again, who have been in this third quarter in particular, getting a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of second chance shots.
High pick and roll.
Paxson will take it from outside. Wouldn't go. Rebound pulled away this time by Gilliam. Gets it off to Andre Turner. A minute 45 to go in the third. And Andre Turner going into that crowd.
See, the point guards tonight, Pete, for Philadelphia have not been able to explode even in transition and get down in there and make something happen, whether they make a creative pass or get fouled. But here's the coach right now, Jimmy Lyon. I mean, he understands. He can win this game. I mean, they're extremely close. All they have to do is just concentrate, play a little defense. Things will be all right.
Well, we go back to that stat about assists from your point guards. They're the guys that are supposed to pile them up and make things happen. Well, he's only got 4 assists tonight from the 2 point guards that have played.
Right. And talking to Jimmy today, he said we've got to get to the foul line, and they are doing that in this quarter. And they did a fairly decent job in the first half. They got there 12 times.
Andre Turner gets his first 2 of the night and gets it back to a 4-point game. That was the score at halftime, a 4-point lead. 51-47 Chicago at the half. So Philadelphia's gotten it back to where it was at halftime.
Turner does a nice job.
The job. Not with that man operating like he can.
He's so tough to double team from the top of the circle, because anytime he's in the middle of the floor and he puts it down, guys don't really want to leave their men because their men are going to be wide open.
Michael has 34 points tonight, 12 in this quarter. Closing into the 1-minute mark in quarter number 3.
You got to take it, you got to take it. There you go.
Finally got the foul call against Craig Hodges. That's 2 on Craig.
See, Craig was up in there working hard, but, you know, people know in this league that anytime Craig Hodges comes in, if he's picking up one of your better scorers, they either post him if the guy has size, or if it is someone who has good talent with the dribble, they take him off the dribble looking for the foul.
These will be the 13th and 14th free throw attempts of this quarter for Philadelphia. Hawkins with 12 points on the night. From the free throw line. This program authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Now this young man's had some season. He's 7th in the league in three-point shooting. He was 8th in the league in steals, 14th in the league in scoring, and 16 in free throw percentage. Not bad.
Pretty good year for a pretty good player. 5-point lead, under a minute to go. That time the shot wouldn't go. Livingston keeping it alive for Chicago, but finally pulled away by Gilliam. Off it comes to Hersey Hawkins along the baseline. And there's Craig Hodges tying him up.
This is what we got back to talking about in the first quarter. Anytime that Chicago shoots and misses, Philly gets it. They're looking always up the court to Hawkins. Allow him to get out in the open floor. If he wants the three, fine, let him shoot it. But he's so talented off the dribble. He's really developed that part of the game that he did not have when he came out of Bradley.
And he earns another trip to the free throw line. Craig Hodges picking up his third personal.
By the way, when he did come out of Bradley, he scored over 3,000 points in his career there, in the 5th leading scorer in the history of the NCAA.
Look at that number for Philadelphia. They wanted to get to the line. They've done it this quarter.
See, Phil Jackson has been working the referees the entire night. When they threw the ball up, he took his first move.
76-73, Chicago by 3. Philadelphia continuing to whittle away at that Bulls lead. But Michael tried to get a blind pass over to Cartwright. Anderson got a hand on it.
Let me tell you what happened there. Jordan saw him, took 2 dribbles. Cartwright never moved. Billy should have moved right to the front of the rim. He had a dunk, because that's where he threw that pass. Now this is what you never want to be as a defensive player, guarding him there.
Rebound came out deep to Andre Turner, but he loses his footing as he got down to the free throw line. Ball still belongs to the Sixers. Boy. Break there for Philadelphia.
Big break.
They almost turned the ball over again, and that's been a problem with them tonight. Philadelphia has turned the ball over tonight 13 times. Chicago only 5 times.
Hold for the last shot here now.
Andre Turner. His first field goal of the night. It's a 1-point game. Armstrong from midcourt, no. And Philadelphia has pulled back to within 1. They haven't been able to grab the lead, but it's only a 1-point Chicago lead. 76-75 with 1 quarter to go here at the Spectrum. Pete Badwer and Hubie Brown back with you from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Maybe the biggest quarter of the year about to begin for Philadelphia.
Now just watch this fake. Look how Michael Jordan went for the fake. He came by and he had to shoot up over the top of Cartwright. Now this small unit for Philadelphia has really done a good job. You know, now they have Bowl in there, but they have Gilliam and Ron Anderson, Hersey Hawkins, and Turner. Now the scoring, naturally, they really want it from Hawkins, Anderson, Gilliam. But Bowl has got to give them some good defense with some shot blocking, which has been missing in the first 3 games. They're only averaging 1 shot block a game for Bowl, and that's like an all-time low.
And the first whistle of quarter number 4, a foul on Andre Turner. Ball still belongs to Chicago. Bulls leading at 76-75. Grant back in there. Livingston has sat down. DJ Armstrong.
They need help down inside there, right there. Nice.
Oh, he's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. 36 points for Michael Jordan.
Not only did he beat his man, he beat the second guy, and then he shot it over Bowl.
16 for 28 from the field tonight for Michael Jordan. 36 points.
Oh, that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
He drew the foul from Will Perdue.
See, this is interesting. when they throw the ball into the pivot, the Newt Bowles man is leaving him, all right, who is Will Perdue, and double teaming. All right, now when that happens, they have Michael Jordan. Now just watch this as this pass goes in. The pass was already made. I'm very sorry. When that pass was made, they